I mean, speaking of not being happy about it, though, another P320 has gone off and injured a school resource officer. Now, I know what you're going to say, female officer, so we're going to let this slide on the P320, but it doesn't look particularly good for it. Let me pull this up. Okay. Now, this is a school security camera. There is no audio. This is the lady getting off her shift, heading to her car. She has the P320 in her holster, loaded, has her bag next to it. We're going to kind of see how it interacts. And it's difficult to tell exactly where it goes off, but you guys have figured it out when she starts walking funny. Also very awkward to be that student who's just like hanging around for somebody.
Just chilling there. Bang.
Yeah. So hard to tell because there's no audio, but right there, she's like, what happened? Oh, damn, I'm shot. Let me put these down. And then she's going to kind of hobble forward a little bit. Or I don't know, she must not do it in this clip, but you can tell that she starts walking funny. So let's back it up here. Drops her bag. And what Sig is going to say is that like the strap fell into the holster. No, this is what they're going to say is the strap fell into the holster. And then as the bag was getting pulled down, like one of the little clips on it, like flipped up to actuate the trigger. I think that is going to be their argument. Where it looks like the bag just kind of brushed the P320. I think the only SIGA defense is that somehow the strap activated that. Logan, your camera is working so well. It literally it zoomed into your bowl so that we could see you take it out and then as you're reading it.
I just wanted to say this, right?
The camera work, amazing.
I don't know why this thing does that.
I love it. That's entertaining. I mean, Sig is just your abusive gaslighting girlfriend at this point, but she's super hot and attractive. And you're like, maybe this time will be different. It's never different.
I mean, yeah, the 226, 229s, the 210s.
Sig has a long history of actually making good guns. They made an AK, by the way.
The 5.51 or whatever it is.
The 5.56 is an AK.
Yeah, German and Swiss Sig.
Excellent. Yeah, American Sig.
I think even some American Sig, like some American 226s, they were all right. I think Sig's problem is striker fired specifically. I think they have a problem with striker fired.
Dude, as a GSW recipient, I am happy that it went in my hand and not my leg.
Oh, I'm sorry, homie. Yikes.
Yeah, it sucks, but
was it a Sig?
No, Carl Waltz.
No. It was German. What were you expecting?
No, true.
Yeah, so the interaction is simply dropping her bag off of her shoulder and then it shoots her. Now, the way that she has it, now I don't want to be too mean to the lady. I don't know how competent she is or whatnot, but it doesn't look like she does anything wrong. She simply drops her bag to get it into the car and then it shoots herself. So regardless of whether she's a crack shooter or the most experienced personnel out there, I still struggle exactly to blame the bag for it. Just because we don't see anything.
Do we know if it went off when the bag was slung down, or did it go off after? Because I think it goes off about right there when she's bringing her bag around.
I really wish we had audio to know exactly when it went off, but they just don't have audio on these cameras for some reason. Even though I think that would be relevant.
When does the student flinch?
Good call.
Well,
right there.
Oh, right there. Yeah. So you can see him flinch.
So she drops the bag when she gets shot.
Mm-hmm.
It probably just hit. Bag.
Well, probably
so it's touching. No, it's around her. It's around her arm. So it's when the bag interacts.
Gets right around the rear quad.
Yeah, so it is when the bag interacts with the holster that something goes wrong, because you can see his reaction. Right about there. So the bag is down. So the bag touched it. The bag touched the gun in some way. Again, from this angle, I don't know how you are going to say that a bag strap, when it's not even all the way down yet, somehow got into the trigger guard and lifted the trigger up. Because it is probably a light bearing holster, so it does have a little bit of extra room in there. Yeah, and again, it's
do you
like
argue
maybe
that,
you can blame it a little bit on the handling skills or the bag or the interaction, but it is always a SIG for some reason. For some reason, it is always a SIG, and this is her issued P320. And yeah,
Not a
so
good
I
look.
think I don't know exactly where she got shot, but I think the way that the gun was so far behind her that it actually kind of shot her like in the back of her leg almost.
Oh,
So
if I remember correctly, what it said was that it was just like a light leg wound or a graze or something like.
right, yeah, because it was like
yeah.
angled away from her towards the back, so it might have burned a little bit and then like just barely grazed. So hopefully not a serious incident like the one that we watched. The other one, the one that's hard to watch, it actually went through his leg down to his knee.
It went through his leg down to his knee via his testicle.
Right, yeah, through one testicle. So 3 for 1,
removed.
some would say.
That's just.
It's like Sig. 13% of the gun population commit 80% of the NDs.
Chris Sinclair says, "I'm still waiting for the DASA decocker only." No. All P320s are decocker models. Not the one you want.
They are now. It's official.
Oh, that's true. New Age Virgil has a good point. It's her fault. User manual clearly states to not carry with one in the chamber.
That is a good point.
I know it sucks, guys, but like maybe it is time for resource officers to just carry condition 1, Israeli style, as Mr. Cohen would say.
Jewish schools.
That was condition 3.
yeah, condition 3.
Oh, is it condition 3 where it's
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. Man, makes for a rough day at work when you shoot yourself at work.
She didn't walk up and like crash to the floor, so I'm gonna guess that there was no penetration of the bullet.
Well, or just in shock.
She's not freaking out, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, A for effort.
Yeah, she does pull the old. Looks like she does pull the old Tex Grabner. I just shot myself.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I think that we are going to see Glock is back on the menu, boys. That or MNP or Shadow Systems. Even I know the department in Washington that my buddy works at. He switched over to Shadow Systems from a P320. So,
thank goodness. But
it's easy to get more luck.
When I received my GSW, like everything was just full lockup for like 3 seconds, and then you regain all sense of like feeling. So the fact that she was even hobbling away at that, I'm gonna assume most likely not penetrative gun, much good GSW.
Yeah, the comments on Ben Sager's Instagram post were very good. Arms were crossed. How many times does DJ have to say it? Until I see it, arms crossed, holster, gun goes off in a holster. And again, I don't really think that's the argument, that it just simply never has any interaction. The problem is that the people who carry the P320 the most and have it bump or interact with other objects, force, whatever it might be, a bag even, that it tends, something goes wrong and that striker goes forward, right?
I disagree.
With what appears to not be a trigger press.
DJ's argument was explicitly that he's never had a P320 go off in the safe.
Right. It's even, well, I know, but that's not the argument anybody else is making. I know that is DJ's argument, but that's irrelevant to our argument. It's just that we don't need it to be sitting there and just randomly go off. The problem is, like, if I have my loaded Glock in my pants and I'm going on a run, I'm not worried about that thing being jostled around and going off. With a P320, correct. I'm now more worried about it because of videos like this and other things where it's like, well, if you just hit it on a car door or give it a little twist, it'll maybe go off at times. So that's the thing.
Shake awake syndrome.
Imagine my complete shock.
The shake awake is supposed to be on the dots, not the gun itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sig got confused.
Yeah, gotta love that shake awake. Imagine my complete shock. Yeah.
Discharge.
I have a thing for this, don't I? Yeah, here we go. Wow. I've updated it. Days since it ended 106. Just as a little reminder, gentlemen, it has been 100 days since it ended.
It's already been that long.
Well, I just kind of guesstimated the days. I know a while ago it was at 91, so I just threw in the 106 number. Somewhere it's close. It's close. Nobody fact check me on that. Fact check true.